hate being last. Oh, hello. Sorry. This tastes really good. Sorry, like a. Oh, God, sorry. It's really the same as what everyone was saying. We became so close on First Class, and after I got the movie, I went and watched all of them, and am a recent but huge fan. And I never thought that I would even be able to meet some of the original cast, so it's really great. I'm sorry, I got so thrown by hitting myself in the face with the microphone that I can't even believe I managed to get an answer out. Sorry.
It was cool when Nick and Jen walked on the, because she happened to do a fitting the day we were in the old hall. I built the old hallways from the X-Men 1, 2, and 3. This is the 4th time we've built these old blue hallways, and they're kind of iconic a little bit in the X-Men films now. So when you guys, it was really fun when they walked on the set, because they'd been in an X-Men movie, but not with those hallways or with Hugh as Wolverine.
Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of familiar stuff.
Yeah, and you were standing in the hallway, and we were looking at one of your costumes, and then you were like, "Can I see Cerebro?" I was like, "Sure, I'll show you Cerebro."
That's not a euphemism, by the way.
Yeah.
She was already cast at this point.
How about you, Alan? You have 2 cents to add on your experience working, Alan?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's funny is I was just in the 3rd one, and it was 18. It feels like a while ago, and I had, just done a movie called Hard Candy, and was on the set, and had never been involved with anything of remotely that scale, and just felt so welcome by such obviously not just an incredibly talented group of people, but just like the loveliest, sweetest people who were so kind, and never did I think I'd be back playing Kitty Pryde again, so I was just so thrilled to be back with everyone and exploring something new and something very different, and just had a great time every day working with everybody.
Okay, how about one more? Nicholas, you have any thoughts to add about the experience of working with the old cast and new cast?
Yeah, no, it was what Bryan was saying. When we walked into those old corridors, and for the first time when we were doing a scene, I looked over during a take and looked over and saw Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and I sat there and I panicked, and I was like, freaked out a little bit. Because those were films that I grew up watching. So it was fascinating because, yeah, the first Class film didn't, even though it was an X-Men movie, it didn't feel like the X-Men movies that I knew. So it's very exciting and nice to be back with everyone and to have some new friends.
Don't look at me.
No. I had a weird experience when I did Narnia. I walked into KNB, the prosthetics house in LA, to get my Mr. Tumnus stuff all sorted out and do headcasts and all that. And in that room was like a massive lion, and it was Aslan. And I'd been a huge fan of these books growing up and all that kind of stuff. And I saw Aslan, and I went down on my knees, and I went, "My king," you know what I mean? And I've never really had that experience again in my career. But weirdly, with doing my first scenes with you guys and Hugh and Patrick and Ian and all that, whilst I didn't go down on my knees at any point, if you know what I mean, it did feel a little bit like I was touching kind of like an icon here. Do you know what I mean? It was the closest I've come to that, and I was touching their icons whilst I was on my knees.
That always
wow. It's crazy how this stuff creeps up on you.
All right, let's move on to next question.
Hi guys, my name is Carlos. I'm from Comic Mania. Of course, I have a comic book radio show. And one of the questions one of the first things I need to say is, Bryan, it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
All the fans in the world missed you.
Thank you.
We really did. That X-Men 3, let me tell you. But one of the things that I get asked on my show, it's one of the silly, stupid rumors that are always floating out on the internet. And one of them is that you're going to play with the continuity of the series and erase completely X-Men 3, which I think is ridiculous. But is there any truth to any of those kind of things about changing the continuity of the movie universe of the X-Men?
Well, of the universe as established in the movies?
Yes.
Yes, there's some of that.
Okay.
Whenever you're going back in time, and this is every bit as much a time travel movie as it is an X-Men movie, there is those risks.